Good. Is it the morning? Do we think it's the morning?
Apparently in Eastern America, it's the morning.
Yes,
as
nice.
per West Stream.
Somewhere in the world, it's about 25 past 10. And that's great because we go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads each and every single weekday with this show, The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, at 10 a.m.-ish.
10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern. Please explain your tiredness. Well, I've been ready for ages, if I'm being honest. It's this guy. He had stuff to do.
Yeah.
Lotus messaged me like, "Where's the scooter?" I was like, "I'm waiting for Bib. He's doing stuff." And then he was like, "Okay, where's the scooter?" I was like, "Bibby's gone out for dinner. He's just buggered off." He said, "Screw the show." So,
as you can imagine, those are words that came right out of my mouth.
screw everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Screw
Fuck
them
you
all.
Maybe putting his face on. Takes longer than this, believe me. If it was, it'd be 4 o'clock.
So it's like full on Mardy Bum over here. He's always got the face on. Anyway.
I mean, it's a good song.
It is tune, absolute banger. Now then, Mardy Bum, welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Grim. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true ice creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We do go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.-ish with the UK's #1 video game podcast, as we've said. Even though we do say so ourselves. Anyway, we will bring you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games over the next hour or so. We will give you our thoughts and impressions on those stories, and we want to hear your thoughts and impressions. We then want to hear your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how this works. Please do feel free to get involved, because we might be live on Twitch, but the live stream gets turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play. There is lots of places where over 105,000 people have listened to this show on demand. So do get involved on behalf of everyone else that is watching and listening a little bit later. G, your mic is peaking. I don't care what it's doing. It's fine. I probably just moved it, to be fair. Maybe could do with a minor boost.
Yeah, I need to lean over mine. You see, we both got two different types of mic. Well, same mic. His on an arm. Mine's on
desk mount.
Yes, mine's desk mounted, which means I can't slap the desk or anything like that, which I never do anyway.
He does all the time.
But it just means I have to lean down a little bit.
It's like me playing PUBG and getting killed by a bush camper.
Just swap seats. Yes, good shout, to be fair. It'll be fine then. I've just noticed that the nameplates seem to have drifted apart. I'm sure they used to be a little bit closer.
Maybe we've just moved around a bit.
Yeah. Because it used to be, I'm sure they used to be right underneath us.
All right.
Now it just means to.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
problem solved.
Bang in the middle. But yeah, we will be sorting out all the audio stuff and all the tech stuff. You will start to see change in the next month or so. So, well, I'm not too fussed. I mean, it still sounds pretty crisp when I listen back to it as I'm cutting it up and that, so I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, we're looking at different microphones. Possibly, we've got wave microphones already in our home setups. We're possibly looking at getting wave stuff in the studio. Maybe toying with some lapel mic stuff. We'll see. Yeah. Sorry, never know whether to mention. No, do mention it. Do mention it.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, if one of the mics are muted, you're usually the first person that brings it up, which then goes, "Shit, my mic's muted." Okay, yeah. Bibby runs off into the corner and tries to sort it out.
And the grade just feels high.
Yeah. So I'd much rather you do tell us.
That Storm Dudley, eh?
Oh, hell of a wind out there.
Before we jump into the show, let me remind you guys that !loot drop. One person that is a subscriber will get themselves a prize. This week, we have some new stuff in the office, and I say new stuff. You've seen it before now because we spoil you with that information. We have all of the bits in for the ICU hats. That's probably going to be what the prize is again next month because they're new in. People are after them.
Absolutely.
Nice. We will be boxing up and sorting out the hats. We think we're going to do them in like batches of 10 because we don't have a full postal arm to the business, so we will have to like do 10 boxes and send them off. So if people are interested in hats, as we've mentioned a few times, we have the boxes, we have the stickers, we have the hats, so we will throw it down into the Discord and say, okay, we're going to take 10 orders first, let us know what you want, and then we'll process that and then do it again with the next 10.
What do you reckon Monday we go live with that? So we can put something in the Discord later on today or Friday to say first 10 orders on Monday at 4 p.m.
I mean, we could do that. I was just going to say, okay, who wants one? But yeah, that's probably better. Okay, first one's there, because that way it's not just a case of who sees it now.
Exactly, yeah.
Because if Spike doesn't see it till Saturday.
I know, he's going to be furious. So yeah, basically, like on Monday at 4 p.m, we'll put it live, first 10 orders. We just put a PayPal address out.
Right, it will be paid by PayPal. I will confirm internally whether that's us sending out an invoice, but I think it's they can just send payment to us with an address and send it as like paying for goods or whatever, and then we get the full address kind of stuff off that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or maybe I do like a Google form or something, and then we ask them because the 20 people might end up paying there and then we're only sending 10 out. There might just be a form. First 10 people that I get as a Google form, sign up. Because we're going to need your address anyway, so I might as well do it like that and keep the information to one side. So the first 10 people that fill it out. I mean, this is literally just us having a conversation now and you guys listening in. But
we could have done this off
This shows how unstructured most of our daily lives are. But yeah,
well, especially when it comes to the merch. Like I say, we didn't plan on selling merch. We didn't plan on making money off merch. It's never really been about making money for us. So wait, you need to know where I live. I know where you live already. I've sent you a sticker. Don't do a natural and lick that sticker, by the way, because then you'll have to have your appendix taken out. It's just.
He licked a sticker.
He didn't really. He got the sticker from us, tweeted it, and then within 2 hours, he was off stream and on his way to hospital to have his appendix taken out.
Is he okay now?
He's back on Twitch now. He had like a week and so on. May I purchase a hat, please? No, timeless. Nope. Okay, moving on. Next, maybe.
We'll discuss.
There should be enough for everyone to go around. It will just be a case of, obviously, we'll want to make sure it's done in a way that people aren't paying and then waiting weeks for it to be sent because we have to do them in batches and stuff, and we're not always in the office. So we want to kind of make sure that if we're taking the money off you, it's getting sent out.
Absolutely.
So we'll do them in batches, but only for deliverable purposes, so that you know that if you've sent the money, you're probably going to get it within 2 or 3 days, kind of thing, depending on post. Nice,
sweet.
I hear Nietzsche is buying mine for me. That's true. That is true. Lotus said last night that he was asking me last week, like if he could reserve the hats and stuff, and I was like, well, we've not got the payment and stuff set up. So he said last night, he's like, I'm not in a position where I can buy one at the moment. And Nietzsche was just like, I got you, homie.
Oh, what a legend!
So
this is the fucking community. This is what the Dons are doing. I love that shit. Absolutely love it.
Rumor has it ICU were in Salisbury and may have had Novichok on them. Novichok. Is it Novichok? It's that Novichok is that Russian virus when those people were like on a bench and they found like collapse because they got Novichok. Is it Novichok? That thing that was like super. It was about 3-4 years. It was coronavirus.
Was that Russian spy guy?
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
So there was like Alexander Litvinenko. Was he, or was that a different one? I might be mixing up Russian spy guys. But there was one person died, and then there was a couple on a bench in Salisbury or something outside of a mall that were just found, and then they had to like full on decontaminate.
I'm not very current.
Sorry, highbrow joke. Not very good. Yeah, Tino, nice. Yeah. Up to speed with the times.
Okay, sorry, moving back to the merch again for a second. Believe me, if you want one, we've probably got enough stock to be able to cater to everyone who probably wants one and a little bit more. So you will get one in time, provided obviously that you pay for it. It's just we're not in the office that often, and we're going to be the guys that are going to be boxing it up and getting it shipped out. So
and talking with you guys in Discord, taking details and shit. So it will be the first batch of people to get them will be the first people to get them, but you will also be a little bit guinea pigged. So swings and roundabouts.
I'm putting my money on Lotus being the first person to say mine didn't arrive. We know he's got tracking, boys. Someone signed for it. Someone signed for it. I Lotus UK. So who was that?
Mr. Lotus. So yes, chappers. Hey, good afternoonish.
Afternoon, Shagger. I was going to say morning.
Good after morning. It is after morning. I suppose it is after morning. Even midnight's after morning. So there you go. Anyway, welcome in. We are here to talk about some video game news, not just flog our merch, which we seem to be doing pretty well. I think.
I know. Yeah, doing a great job.
Anyway, welcome in. We are going to talk through today's biggest stories. There's actually quite a few stories that we haven't picked up purely because it's the afternoon. We're going to be pushed for time, so we're going to try fly through the show, not have an hour and a half episode today. So there are stories that we did have on the list yesterday, like Halo's TV series and stuff like that. There's the
Sonic movie 3.
Sonic having a third movie in another TV series. What was the Bioshock? So there's all sorts of video games to TV stuff that we're just not even throwing in the news today. Bioshock is potentially getting a TV series on Netflix. Halo hasn't even had its first TV season yet, but it's been commissioned for another season. So either they're really happy with the world of Halo as it is at the moment, or they know they have a banger of a storyline in their hands. So they've already commissioned the next season. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 hasn't hit cinemas yet. That's like April. But they've commissioned Sonic 3, plus Knuckles the Echidna, voiced by Idris Elba, will be voicing Knuckles on a full TV series for Paramount as well.
Amazing.
So lots of video game, TV crossovers and movie crossovers, which is good, because if Halo is good, Sonic has been good, so you have to feel...
Sonic best TV adaptation of a video game that I've seen.
So you have to feel that they've got that nailed on. So we've got more video game content. The Witch has been decent. So yeah.
I've heard that The Last of Us isn't coming out this year as well.
Yeah, delayed till 2023.
Yeah, so that's just something to bear in mind if you was looking forward to that. There is going to be no Last of Us TV show airing this year as far as HBO are concerned.
I mean, if you do want Naughty Dog, you can go watch Uncharted at the cinemas like I did on Tuesday.
Any good?
Very good. Very good.
Very good?
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. A few people said separate Uncharted. I might have spoke about this last night on stream rather than yesterday. So separate Uncharted, the game, and an Uncharted film, and it's a good film. If you think about it as Uncharted a game, then it's not as good. And I thought, well, do you know what it is for me? I mean, it's not continuing. It's not Uncharted 5 in film format. It's an Uncharted film based on the video game thing. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I really
saw a
enjoyed it.
petition this morning saying that Brandon Fraser should have been Sully rather than Mark Wahlberg. But obviously the Mark Wahlberg got included because he should have been
Nathan Drake in the first.
Yeah. But he's obviously outgrown that role now. And Tom Holland taking it. But I heard that Brandon Fraser should have been playing Sully, and there was a petition going around to make him Sully if there was to make a second one.
So who did they want as Sully? Sorry, for the petition.
Brandon Fraser. He was the guy who was in The Mummy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Has
he got grey hair now though?
No, I don't think so. But he's not. He doesn't. He's not the chiseled self that he once was.
Okay.
He's a lot older now. We talked about The Mummy, that was 20 years ago, and he was. Basically, those films were Indiana Jones, weren't they? Like
what I will say is the idea of Mark Wahlberg being Sully didn't quite work for me, because Sully was always this older guy with a like a tiny sort of like pencil mustache kind of thing, and Mark Wahlberg is still Mark Wahlberg. So I thought, I know that it's young Nathan Drake and it's young Sully, but I'm not sure. But I will say that it did work, and I want. Do you know what? If you watch it, it will probably make a bit more sense. But yeah, from what you see on the trailers and stuff, what you see in the film, it makes more sense. Right. So I'm happy with it. I don't want to give any spoilers or even any hints to what I'm talking about.
Obviously, that was him in The Mummy. That's him now. Can you stick a mustache on him? Mustache.
See,
he was in peak physical condition. Like, this guy was a specimen.
And just life caught up with him.
Well, yeah,
I know.
Mid-50-year-old bloke now.
I mean, I had a George of the Jungle body as well at one point in time. I mean, I never got given it. I had it somewhere. I had it reserved. Yeah, see, he'd make a good Sully. But then again, yeah, I'm happy enough with it. I'm happy enough.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's what we're not talking about. That's not even what we are talking about.
That's what we're not here for today.
So yeah, we're not talking about that. Brendan Fraser looks totally different now. He does. He was incredible in Condor, if you ever saw that. I've not seen Condor.
I haven't seen that.
No. Nathan Fillion should have been Drake. He should have, but that would have been 10 years ago. So did you ever see the Nathan Fillion like fan video that they did for Uncharted? That was fucking awesome. That was really, really good. But yeah, he should have been. But if they may be trying to make a franchise out of this, that's what you've got to kind of feel. And if Tom Holland is mid-20s now, then if they do one film every 3 years, then he's going to be 35-ish by the time they finish it. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. Journey to the Centre of the Earth, I enjoyed. It's been a while since I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that either. Apparently living a very sheltered life here.
Have you?
I did hear him in yesterday say that was it the beach or Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Pearl Harbor. He watches it. Just not a Holland fan, but I get it. See, I'm a big fan of Tom Holland. I really liked it. I've got a lot of time for Tom Holland.
I do.
He seems, from his PR perspective, it could be all act, but he seems like a nice person. Decent enough actor. Yes, he doesn't necessarily have the same sort of range. Like, a lot of people didn't really like Andrew Garfield, but Andrew Garfield, yeah,
he was a very emo Spider-Man, wasn't he? That's what I liked about it. It was very.
I liked how geeky cool Tom Holland. I prefer Tom Holland's Peter Parker than Andrew Garfield's, but Andrew Garfield is a fucking amazing actor. There was actually something I read on that. Who was that? Someone mentioned going into. Oh, it was new Batman. Robert Pattinson said like you'd go into auditions and you'd obviously the same actors are going for the same roles, leading Hollywood sort of people. And he said you'd be going in for a comedy role, and Andrew Garfield would go in and audition before you, and you'd just hear laughter and applause and stuff like that. And as he comes out, you'll see like the fucking people judging it are in tears, and it's like it's a comedy role. How has he got them crying? Because Andrew Garfield is that good.
Yeah.
So.
I know it's getting well off tangent, but I'm super looking forward to watching the new Batman with Robert Pattinson. When I heard that he'd been cast, I thought, but again, he's a very emo kind of actor, so I think it's going to be very dark and sadistic, which I'm
Teenage Bibby.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like that. I like the kind of dark vibes they're doing with stuff. They did it with Disney. They started to make loads of dark Disney films. Yeah, not everything has to be bright and fluffy.
See, I liked the brutality. Like it, for me, one of the biggest changing points in my idea of what Marvel on TV could be, because we went from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was shit. No, it's not. It wasn't.
6 seasons.
It wasn't shit, but it was. I gave up on it, and I don't give up on stuff. If I've started watching something, I'm like, well, I've spent 2 minutes on it now. I need to spend the next 6 weeks of my life watching every second of it. Me and Danielle watched it. We got about 20 episodes in, and there was either the skybox broke and we lost the episodes or whatever. And it was just like, do you know what? I'm not bothered about going out of my way to get it back because it was fluffy Disney crap. And then we saw Daredevil on Netflix and was like, where the fuck is the fluffy Disney crap gone?
And the Punisher
yes,
as well.
please. But then I saw the trailer for the Batman, and it was just Robert Pattinson doing so.
There's one bit where everyone was going ballistic about it because Batman stuns, he doesn't kill. And there's one part where the guy's already like completely kaput and he goes in for the extra 2 punches and you're like,
fucking take
oh damn!
Yeah. But that's it though. Like, is the Dark Knight not that? Are you all right, Knight?
Is the fuck you up, Knight?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking the Winged Avenger, not the wing. All right, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Garfield was the best Spider, says Tito. I mean, there's a good opinion, but wrong. Okay, no, I'm joking. There's rumours Garfield could reprise the role in a multiverse spin-off. Not sure how it works. I'm a big fan of Emma Stone, which probably helped me like the Spider-Man movies. Twilight Batman.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. went on for too long. See, I didn't even finish season 1. I gave up by that point in time. Just in time for dinner. Pork, chop, and chips.
I wish Iceman was my brother. And we lived in the same house because I just enjoy having tea every night or dinner or breakfast. He wakes up and has a fucking grill.
Maybe Iceman is your brother and he gets up and he has the pork chop and chips, and then you've got like, oh, there's half a pack of Jaffa cakes that have been open for a few days if you want that. Sorry, I've eaten all the pork chop and chips, and maybe
I'd be well happy with Jaffa cakes.
half a pack of dry Jaffa cakes though. Been open for a few days.
I don't care. Get wolfed, mate.
Jaffa crumbles. Nice. Okay, speeding up. Will Batman glitter gold in the sunlight? He will. Confirmed. Will Batman be fighting a villain who transforms into a werewolf when angry? He will. Confirmed. Daddy Daycare. How you doing? Afternoon. Timeless says, oh dear, PSA, Elden Ring spoilers have leaked onto the internet.
No. Don't click on that link. No one click on that link. We haven't got long until that game's out. We don't need any more spoilers.
Yeah, we'll leave that one. Tell you what, we won't leave though. Chucky boy 1 2 3 4 5. He's in the chat. Let's go.
Glistening VIP badge.
Glithen. Look at Glithen.
Legend.
Would you like a thread here? Welcome in, Chucky. For those that don't know Chucky, he's wonderful, and that's all we need to say about that. Nice. Okay, now, let's talk about the stories that we are actually talking about today. So we aren't going to talk about the fact that there's a lot of things going to TV or to films or to whatever, like Halo, for example, but we will talk about the fact that the first footage of Halo's Forge mode has seemingly appeared online. That is Halo Infinite, of course. That is written by Jordan Midler at VGC. We will start things off there. We'll then jump into the fact that you can now register to play Nintendo's Switch Sports online in a playtest.
Yeah.
Should be good news. Not quite.
Very sus there, Graham.
What's what?
You sound very sus there.
It's a little bit sus. A little bit sus. So next, after that, we'll jump into No Man's Sky as the creator says we are not done yet. not by a long shot. Nice. So if you do like
Sounds like a WWE promo. That
it does, yeah. And then finally, streamers are getting killed. Ish. No, streamers are getting caught unawares by Dead by Daylight's new jump scare. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, first story though, as we did mention. If I can press the right button, I'm pressing buttons on my laptop thinking it's going to do stuff to the stream. That's not how it works. This article written by Jordan Midler at VGC says, the first footage of Halo Infinite's Forge mode has seemingly appeared online. Tagline says, the footage appears to show maps with altered weather effects. So footage from what appears to be Halo Infinite's Forge mode has appeared online, as posted by Twitter user Leaks Infinite, who in the past has revealed unannounced content found in Halo Infinite's code. The Forge mode appears to currently exist in an unfinished state, with the user able to spawn various map elements and in-game effects. The mode, which allows players to customize already existing Halo maps, as well as create new game modes, has been a series staple since it was introduced in Halo 3. It's currently unclear how Leak Infinite, that's at Leak_Infinite, by the way, I didn't mention that before, has been able to access the mode. From a screenshot posted to Twitter on February the 14th, 2022, Valentine's Day, the user was able to access the in-game objects menu, which will allow players to alter biomes, accents, lights, and more elements of the custom maps. Footage of several maps currently in the game, but with altered elements, has also appeared online. Fragmentation, a map that currently takes place in a lush, brightly lit field, can be seen covered in snow. Another map, Bazaar, which usually takes place during the day, can be seen with a nighttime twist, implying that players will be able to alter these elements when the full Forge mode releases. Seasonal props, including a snowman and a gingerbread house, have also been found in the game. However, it's currently unclear whether these will be included in Forge or as part of an unannounced event. Last August, 343 announced the Halo Infinite's campaign, and Forge mode would not be available when the game released in December. We can put a pin in that there, and I'll leave it on screen for just a second. But Halo's Forge mode has been leaked online.
Yeah.
You've played more Halo than me. What do you think, babe?
I think this is something for a lot of people to get excited about. I don't think it necessarily speaks to me because the custom maps and stuff isn't... I just drop in and play, do you know what I mean? I'm not too overly arsed. Like, I don't actually play that often on my own as well. If someone wants to play, they're usually asking me. We just drop into some team games and stuff like that. But this is decent because there's been a lot of negativity recently about stuff that's coming out within Halo. So the fact that they've got something decent to be able to sink the teeth into and something to get the people excited and get the people going.
It's provocative.
Yeah, it's good news. It's good news, and that's all you can. There's something to be happy about, shall we say? But yeah, I like people being excited about it. This is seemingly for me is a small thing, but for other people, this is like their entire reason why they want to play Halo. So more props to them. They can get some more extended hours and playthroughs with this.
I love it, mate.
Yeah, again, there isn't a lot to say on it. I mean, it's something that they said wasn't going to be included. It's now been included. People are getting excited about it. It's a 2.0 of what they've seen before, as you've seen in the video there, what it originally looks like, and then in the Bazaar map, there's a dark and airy feel to it because they've included more stuff. Great, it just gives more people more replayability.
Yeah. See, my question here is this a big thing for Halo fans? Obviously, you are a fan of Halo, but like you say, you will jump in and play the pre-existing games rather than going to create custom sort of games. Is this a big thing? And I say that, and I don't mean that in some sort of negatively charged ways. Like, is it even big? I just mean like Halo not having the campaign, not having Forge mode, and not having all of the maps and stuff at launch has, I wouldn't even say tarnished its reputation, because it's still hugely successful.
Oh, yeah.
But we had a story last week, the week before, where it had dropped outside the top 5 games played on Xbox. And this is like the lead title on Xbox, effectively. And it's not in the top 5. It had been usurped by things like Roblox and Minecraft's and Fortnite, as you expect. But Apex already having more players than it, and that's obviously, it's not an arena shooter, it's a battle royale, but it's similar sort of vibes. I'm asking if this is a big thing. Like, would that have changed the fate if Halo launched with multiplayer, and then even a few days later they announce Forge, and then a few days later you get the campaign, or all at once, whatever? Do you think that would have had an impact to keep it in the top 5 for longer?
I don't know, and I mean the only person, well, I say the only type of people that can comment is people like Jordan who main this game.
Or Timeless, it looks like, I know it might still be there.
Does he main it?
He plays a lot of Halo.
Right, so this probably speaks more to them, because the way I see Forge mode is people who are the heartbeat of a Halo community. They're the ones that are going to be running customs. That they're the ones that are going to be putting on tournaments. They're the guys that are going to be going on to, I don't know, the tournament website or Challenge or EGL or any kind of website that they're going to have these community tournaments that they're going to be hosting. This is what they're going to be using it for. So for me, it's not that exciting because I'm not the target audience. But I'm excited for people who have been waiting for this, that want to run the customs on the Friday and Saturday nights, that have been waiting for this, that are still playing the Master Chief ones to be able to play the Forge mode. Like, this is for them, and I'm excited on behalf of them to be able to get that back into their lives again, if that's what their entire gaming experience has been, running customs in Forge. Does
that exist as well? I mean, I didn't know it did. Not that I'm saying it in terms of like, once again, not trying to be negative, but having seen PUBG have customs on different sizes, different scales, different communities. So I've seen American PC content creators, I've seen UK console content creators for PUBG, all running different formats, different styles of customs. Does that stuff exist on Halo? Because if it does, then that's one of the things that you can build community stuff around. It's not just a case of, you can all just sit and watch me run the same 6v6, 8v8, I don't know what the multiplayer is, 3v3, squad fights over and over and over and over and over and over again endlessly. It could be, you can all jump in. We'll all have community Sundays. We all jump in. We'll all do Sunday afternoon sort of fun times. Jobs are good and nice. Because if it is, I like to see that. Fog interests me, but I can wait. To be honest, I'm more interested in the multiplayer. I haven't even played the single player yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the single player for this guy. Well, for it to actually appear in the game so that we can run it.
Yeah,
I want to go into it fresh, so I haven't played it yet. But I've heard very, very good things about it. So I'm excited to play it. I've not really been gagging to play it because of all my backlog of games at this moment in time.
Well, Horizon comes out tomorrow, so that's
that won't be being added to the list. I'm not saying that's going to be a shit game, but it's just so far down the pecking order. I mean, I haven't even completed the first one yet.
So. It's not. I mean, it's not getting added to the list, not because it won't deserve a place on the list. It's because the list just hit the bottom of the page and there's no more space. That bit where your writing gets really small and you start to fill up the bottom line as well.
I genuinely don't know how video game journalists manage to squeeze all of these games into their calendars. Like, February and March this year have been batshit crazy. How are they even managing to sleep? Like, we've recently seen it with Ben and Nico both playing Pokemon and Horizon. Like, being able to sleep has just been a nice little luxury for them. So
at Nico as well. I mean, Ben did a lot. I mean, what Ben had probably a little bit more time with Horizon, but had a bit more content, I think, initially, because Ben did like some of the technical stuff and he did the video a bit and he did the review, and obviously writing a review for something as big as Horizon probably requires more time than it does for requiring something like Arceus. Maybe not.
It was 60 hours I think Nico spent on it.
But like the 60 hours that he put that in as well, he did that in probably
no time.
80 hours worth of time.
Did he come out on a Friday? And I think he posted a screenshot on like the following Tuesday that he finished it.
And he had every Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like, did you sleep, mate?
How have you done that? What? So yeah. Anyway, Nico Di Maria for Next Gen Base, that was, by the way, and Ben Ward, aka Winstano, for Next Gen Base. Do check them out. Good content. But yeah, the first footage for Forge mode from Halo has been leaked. The fact that someone has access to it and they don't know where it came from is interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, usually it's like, okay, well, they clearly just got it from this thing or whatever. They don't know where it is. If the journalists themselves, like Jordan Midler at VGC, doesn't know where it's come from, then you've got to feel that Xbox themselves, like,
yeah, where has this come from? Like, who's got a dev console? We need to find out who's been leaking this shit.
Yeah, so that's the bit that's interesting for me. But the fact that it's there could be a sign that it's coming pretty soon. I mean, they did say 6 months ish. And that, when did the game come out? October.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a couple of months, and it should be with us. And if we're seeing actionable content in video format where people are fully using it, then that could tie with it. So a couple of months, it could be here, and then we can do our Halo Infinite 2-player campaign co-op playthrough. Let's go. For now, though, let's jump into good-ish news. This good-ish news is the fact that you can now register for Nintendo Switch Sports online playtest. This is written by Victoria Kennedy at Eurogamer. I don't think we've featured Victoria Kennedy before. If not, I don't remember, but welcome, Victoria. This article says registrations for the Nintendo Switch Sports online playtest are now open. Excuse me 1 second as I burp. Nice. Burp. This is where the downside of these microphones are. I was looking to tap the top of the remote for the capacitive mute on the wave. Not there. Anyway, Nintendo is conducting its online playtest this weekend, the 19th and 20th of February, in anticipation of Nintendo Switch Sports release on the 29th of April. This test will be exclusive to Nintendo Switch online users and will not be compatible with Nintendo Switch Lite consoles. Interesting.
No, that makes perfect sense to me.
Is it because you need the Joy-Cons for all of the
and
sports
it needs to be
stuff?
docked, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, just wafting your entire console around.
Bowl it through the wall.
So there is 2 links within the chat. European and US players can register on the different links, and it says Nintendo has reiterated, and this is where it starts to get a little bit questionable. Reiterated that the gameplay within this test may, quote, not be reflective of the full version of Nintendo Switch Sports. Nice. And as such, players may experience unexpected behaviours and errors. Okay, that's fine. Actually, no, this isn't the bit that I thought I was going to say something. Okay, let's put a pin in that. That's fine. It's only a test. Okay, we get it. On its full release this April, players will be able to partake in games such as badminton and volleyball, as well as classics from the Wii era such as tennis and bowling. While games such as tennis and badminton will use the Switch Joy-Con in the same fashion as a Wiimote was used for players to swing like a racket, the new inclusion of football will add a different element to gameplay. A leg strap accessory, which will be included. Fucking Joy-Cons getting yeeted down of it. So a leg strap accessory, which will be included with a physical copy of Nintendo Switch Sports, can be attached to users' legs, obviously, to enable intuitive kick emotions when in shoot-out mode. Meanwhile, a free update, which is scheduled sometime this autumn, will add golf into the mix. You know what? I apologise, because I started to say it was about to get spicy there, and it wasn't getting spicy there. It didn't get spicy at all, but I will make it get spicier in just a second. Before we do, though, let me just shout out. I've just been talking about them. But Next Gen Base, hey, says Tanji called this bit daft that they're trying to slam an NDA down on the public for sharing opinions on these socials, and that is the bit that I'm going to jump into, Mr. Next Gen Base. I'm assuming this is Ben. Just shouted you and Nico out for your commitment to video games, so welcome in. Also, thank you very much for the 8-month sub. Beautiful people get beautiful subs.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Let me jump back up to the comments before we go on with this. Can crack out the game and get an idea of a good amount in a good amount of time, so long as developers give the keys within a good time frame. Reviewers tend to get a decent amount of time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And most reviewers will do a good review. You can often tell the ones that have put a decent amount of time but still not finished it from a review, because there's no real hard fast commitment to what they feel the story is.
Usually they disclaim that as well, though, don't
they?
Not
always.
We have played 30 hours of the 400 that we were supposed to with the game,
but then you just get Next Gen Base, like we were saying the other day, that will just play 60 hours in an 80-hour period and just be sat there full of coffee, red-eyed, veins and stuff like that. Look like something from a Ren and Stimpy sketch. Like
the last 4 paragraphs make no sense whatsoever.
I mean, that's every bit of Ben's right, isn't it?
Shit right, Ben.
But anyway, thank you for the sub, Ben. Appreciate that. So yes. If you are interested in playing Nintendo Switch Sports, the online playtest is this weekend. You need a Switch, not a Switch Lite, and you can go in and play. What you chuckling at?
Well, can you bring this back on the screen, please? We was talking about the football on the Sakura mode. All the enthusiasm of Adriano, 99 shot power. Are you ready for this? This absolute thunder bastard confirmed. Like, there's just... If you're going to do it, put a bit of fucking effort in. That's like terrible, full on.
Like you want one of those like Van Persie twisting in the air volley sort of thing.
Yeah, like I want to be accidentally booting the sofa. Do you know what I mean? Because you're trying to put everything into it. You're putting your whole boom
smash. No. Just
Come on.
So yeah, if you are interested in this game, the online playtest is this weekend, just 2 days this weekend. So you can jump in, you can get a feel for it, you can play against other real people, because this was announced at a very public event. You're still laughing at the lack of effort in the.
Why are they doing this? Like, why? We're going to demonstrate how good this game is and how active you could potentially be during this game. You don't even you swat flies.
But yes. Anyway, all right, love. Baby's angry at these people. Baby's angry at these people. Let's change the conversation before he goes in for him. Yeah, it's out this weekend. You can register to play for this. It's public of sorts. It was announced in the Nintendo Direct, which is a very public event. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will have watched the video, will have watched the live stream, will have watched us talking about it on Twitch, obviously. So that's very public, and you can sign up for it as long as you've got a Switch. You don't have to be an approved journalist. You don't have to be a content creator with years of evidence that you prove that you can cover content in certain things. The only prerequisite is that you are an online user with a Switch, not a Switch Lite. Yet, Nintendo have decided, in their infinite wisdom, that they will put some form of weird NDA on this. You can jump in to this online playtest as a random dude, or dudette, lady, boy, whatever, anything, as a person. Maybe you're not a person. Maybe you're a cat with a Switch. Who knows? Either way, you can sign up, you can play, you can get involved. But then you can't talk about it. You can't tell anyone about it. You can't use your own social media channels, which are free for your voice to share with the world, any impressions on that.
It's so bizarre. Like, I know FIFA do it all the time. They put watermarks, floating watermarks on your videos, don't they? So they know what gamer tag it is when you're uploading it and stuff like that. Like, they can find out. It's fairly easy for them to be able to do it. But for what are the repercussions of this? Like, we don't know what the NDA is going to extend to when you go to download the game. But like, can they get your Twitter account banned because you said sorry, I want to keep on calling it Wii Sports, but it's not. Switch Sports. So they say that the badminton, you can tweet badminton's absolutely ace. Smash the misses this weekend. I realised as it was coming out of my mouth.
It wasn't fucking coming out of your mouth.
Oh my god.
I nearly fucking died.
Just waterboarding yourself. That's it for today. Fucking hell. Oh.
For anyone listening to this, Bibby smashed the missus at the weekend. Just as I was drinking my coffee.
Oh, badminton. Oh my god. Oh.
Back in the room.
Who'd have thought? We said before, I'm going to go in on Nintendo on this. Look what happened.
Fuck's sake.
Who knows? Well, the most professional podcast of the year. Who doesn't love Switch Sports?
Oh.
My eyes.
Baby was playing with his shuttlecock.
I was so. Not just
like
me.
So I can't remember what the point was now.
I was saying, like...
fucking
I was saying...
all over the lid.
What are they going to do when you... Like... I don't know where I'm going with this. EA, when you used to play FIFA, it used to come up with the watermark with your gamer tag. Like, what are they going to do when they say that you've beaten your... There's no way that I can say
you
this.
smashed your missus.
You've had a great time. It doesn't work. Like, you've played badminton and it was very good this weekend. There we go. We'll get around it. Ban. Yeah. Like, how are they going to be able to judge that? They can't. I don't know.
It's like, and what does that cover? Like, does it cover? Actually, the menus were a bit garbage. I didn't like the fact that it was slow loading times, this, that, and the other. Some things that are quite specific. Or do you go, yeah, it was great, because that's still an impression.
Yeah.
Even saying that you've had a good time playing it, you're not saying it was a good game, but you had a good time playing it, and it's still starting to build narrative and opinion around it. So
fair enough. If you're sharing screenshots and you're sharing clips and stuff like that, that's the extent where you're thinking, okay, that's the line. But for you not to be able to share any opinions on the game that you've played, that feels slightly bizarre.
And the thing is like, it's stupid for them as well. Like, let's say we don't make this type of content, but let's say we were similar to Next Gen Base. We wanted to click this up to put this onto YouTube. Maybe not that last bit, but maybe we want to click this up to put this onto YouTube, and we wanted to talk about the new upcoming game. Is this where we, like, how do they know that we're not just talking about it in general and we haven't played it? Like, are they going to strike us because we're talking about a game and they're going to assume, well, you've played it? So
we're talking about the trailer that you put out.
So you start to get like a fear, like content creators, and I'm speaking about this from experience. We've had fear as content creators about trying to cover, therefore promote / market by proxy Nintendo's products. So last year's product was the Nintendo Direct. Excuse me, at E3, we wanted to talk about it, their whole showcase, and we were scared that they would shut us down.
Half an hour before, Ben was with us, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, so half an hour before we find out that you couldn't restream their entire conference, which we've had no problems doing in the past. It's so... Yeah, it's bizarre. You just got to imagine. I mean, they are absolutely killing it in the video game world, but when it comes to this kind of thing, you just think you're still a little bit behind.
They're a lot bit behind. Like, the thing is, well, I mean, a lot of people don't actually get that content creation, be that journalism or be that like streamers, a lot of that is what people want to do, but then a good chunk of it also is what people kind of need to do, particularly from a journalistic standpoint. The journalists will talk about stories that the public want to hear, but the stories, it's often, the journalists will talk about stories, should I say, to educate and inform the public, but a lot of the time it's what the public want to hear is what the journalists write about. So it could be, there's 2 stories today, one of them is just another Fortnite story, and one of them is the announcement of another game, but the public wants to hear about Fortnite. So this announcement of another game gets pushed down the list, and we just talk about Fortnite first, and that's the way things work. So like, if the world demands Nintendo Switch Sports content, a lot of the journalists at this point are like, okay, well, I need to make a story on this, but can I make a story on this? It's muddy as fuck.
I think that the journalists who are probably in Nintendo's inner circle, we're going to get something substantial from them, because they're going to have an exclusive behind-the-scenes playthrough that they're going to be able to talk about, and have either clips made for them already that they can distribute, or stuff that they will have to go through a lot of
pre-approved B-roll. Yeah. It's funny because there's a Cyberpunk image on your laptop there. but like even that, Nintendo's pre-approved press list, Nintendo are confusing because they are, for a family-orientated company that's all about looking out for each other, and you've got to be nice and good to each other. They're just not nice and good to the people that are the middleman between Nintendo and their consumers at all. And even last year's E3 stuff, I think there was only 8 outlets. 8 outlets. There's more than 8 outlets in Polton-le-Filed that make news, but there was only like 8 outlets out there that got access to that. So there probably will be people that will get this VIP sort of B-roll sort of stuff, but maybe 10 or something like that, which is baffling. And then it comes to the point of, why are we at the point where Nintendo Switch Sports has been announced and shown in a Nintendo Direct with a really, really enthusiastic person kicking a football? Why are we at the point where they feel confident enough to announce their game, confident enough to do an online playtest, but not confident enough to let people go, actually really enjoyed that? Do they think it's going to be shit?
I'm trying to think now, and I think, Ben, if you're still there in the chat, I don't know whether or not you'll be able to help me with this, or anybody else as well. Did they do this for Mario Tennis? Because that had an online test as well for you to be able to play through. Because I remember playing that just before it came out, and you got it was a free weekend. You could play it over the weekend and play online, and you could play offline and stuff like that. You don't know about the tennis. I can't remember if they did the same thing, whether or not you wasn't allowed to share anything.
He's not sure about that one. Pass. I think I've heard this before though. I think they've definitely done it in some capacity before. David says I didn't think you could NDA a public or semi-public event. You essentially can, because whilst it's open to public application, it is still by definition closed. So that you have to apply for it, and to get through the application process, you have to adhere to their terms and conditions, which are, I will not share this anyway. Which,
I mean, it's a luxury we have as being content creators, that we can share their stuff, because they can buy rights every single game that's out there now, say we don't want you to share this game. Just a lot of them doesn't do it, because it's their intellectual property that you are re-uploading for your own benefit. But a lot of them just see it as free publicity, which is why they'll let you do it.
You will see most brands like your Bethesdas and so on, I think EA have got it, they will all usually have a page on their website that talks about content creation. Like, by the letter of the law, us showing something of someone else's, a video game stream, we could be getting nope, take that down now. But most of them will go, we like the idea of content creation. We realise that's a modern way of thinking in a world that's governed by laws that were written in a non-modern way. Yeah. So technically, we could take you down. But we know that we both benefit from this. So you will see a lot of websites have pages that will have notes saying, okay, as long as you're making content on Twitch and you're making money from it through Twitch's normal mechanisms, that's fine. If you're making content on Twitch and taking the Mario logos off the game, putting that into a PSD to turn it into a logo, to put it into a t-shirt that you're then going to sell using Mario's face on your stuff, that's you using their stuff in a different content stream, which they don't like. That's bad.
Yeah. Rightly so as well. That is the line.
That's taking something of someone else's, absolutely. But the way they're doing it is like, it's just like, yeah, we just fuck it. So, as Ben says, confusing is an interesting way of saying utterly shite. Yep. There is a clip there. Is that us losing our minds?
Probably. I look forward to watching that again later on.
I don't get why Nintendo have been like this for years. Surely promotion is a good thing. It is, and this isn't the worst of it though. Just a quick search into Nintendo's what do they call it? The creator camp, the creator. I don't know. They had like you see, you've got EA's partner programs and PUBG partners, game changers. That's it. So Nintendo had the creator program. I think it was creator program.
It's very, very nothing bit zazzy about it. It's just
creator program. But the gist of it was, okay, as long as you follow these stupidly oppressive rules, then we will allow you to make money, but we will take some of it off you. Yeah. It was horrendous.
There's people like Woods Beat 'em Up. I don't know if anyone subscribes to him on YouTube. He's like a massive Nintendo nerd. Like his whole content originally was just about Nintendo stuff. It still is mostly, but I think he ended up leaving the program. He ended up having a massive tiff with their community manager because of how strict the guidelines was. Like he put a video up and then he had to take it down and edit out a couple of seconds and things like that. Like if you're having to try and please people like that, then it's probably not worth your time, because your creative freedom then becomes non-existent, and that's what people usually end up following you for.
Yeah, as Ben says there, they look at the video after it's gone public, so you can't say, can you just have a quick proof of this before I put it out live? So they take all of the revenue off of that video until they've checked it, and at that point in time, they'll let you to build revenue. But, as with any form of YouTube content, very, very few things make revenue after even 24 hours is a big drop off. After the first 24, 48, beyond 72 hours, we often do things for long tail content crunching for a week, 2 weeks, but even then, you probably get complete ballpark stats, not across the board. 80% of views in the first 24 to 48 hours, and then you probably get 10% in the rest of that. Then you probably, in terms of lifetime long tail content stream, you're down to 10% spread across the next 10 years, kind of thing like that. Unless you get one of those things where videos come back 10 years later on.
Yeah.
So if they take the video down super early, you've lost any money. All the time that you've spent, those days that you've spent playing the game, capturing the footage, doing the voiceover, putting it all together, editing it down, rendering it, uploading it, and then you go, actually, we'll take all that money off you. Sorry. So they run a content concentration camp. Pretty much. Why would you be a Nintendo content creator? Because the alternative was you can't put content out with any Nintendo content. So like we can stream PUBG on Twitch because PUBG allows us to do that. Nintendo wouldn't. They would go, if you're not in the creator program, you can't make Nintendo content. So it was like a do it or not. Anyway, they backtracked. That I believe the content creator program for Nintendo is dead now.
Yeah. I remember what it was actually when I was talking about Woods beat 'em ups. It modded Zelda, so you could have like playing as Team Rocket and stuff like that when they was in there, and they obviously they hated that because it was a Nintendo creator. They didn't want anyone to be modding the games and stuff. And like in Skyrim, we can have shoot all that in, like Thomas the Tank Engine flying around like as a dragon and stuff like that. You could mod that kind of stuff in there, so the whole world would look like Pokemon or something. And they hated that, and he was like, "I'm not taking the video down." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get the fuck.
It's done amazing.
People want to see this shit. You just want to control the narrative, which is massively oppressive. So I can't stream games to Twitch. No, you can. You can. Most video game companies out there are happy with it because they realise that you playing that game is more likely to influence someone that watches your stream to buy it because they enjoyed it than people going, oh, well, I've seen Timeless play it now. I don't need to invest in the game now.
Yeah.
And there's tons of evidence. It's not all that way. Some evidence might be to the contrary, saying people have seen it, so won't buy it. Some people don't buy games because they watch content creators like the Lyrics of the world or Summits or whatever. They'll watch them play it, so don't need to buy the content, which that's fine. That probably exists. But if you outweigh the ones that do versus the ones that don't, it still is not according to every bit of information, but from all of the research that I've done, I would say it still points towards that content creation is journalism, and journalism is PR, and PR is good for sales. So, yeah. No one's buying a game after watching me. Well, they don't need to. I agree. No, do you know what, Timeless? I fully agree. After watching you, no one is buying a game because Halo is free to play, as is PUBG. So, yeah, no one's buying it. I get it. There you go. Nice one. Yeah, inspired. Let's go. Okay, speaking about inspired, let's jump into another game that people can buy. Yay! Oh, this is the same camera. I've just brought us back. Nice. I'll try again. There we go. So this one is an old school story that just keeps coming back, and that's a good sign. Chris Scullion at VGC says, No Man's Sky creator says, we're not done yet by a long shot. So Sean Murray insists there are plenty more updates to come. Let me stick us up in the corner. Up in the corner to get us out of the way a little bit. No, I'll go back down there. Okay. So the creator of No Man's Sky has stated that his studio has no plans to stop making new content for the game. Hello Games founder Sean Murray told IGN that the team intends to continue releasing new updates for the title. Quote, for as many updates as we've done since launch and as many bucket list items we've checked off, our list of things we're excited about never seems to get any shorter, Murray said. The team are always coming up with new things that they want to do with the game, new content and features and areas for improvement. I'm amazed that the energy levels are as high now as they have ever been. We tend not to talk about what's on that list publicly, but suffice to say, we're not done yet by a long shot. On Wednesday, the game received Sentinel, the game's 19th major new content update, and its 136th update overall. Wow, GG's. Yeah. Sentinel adds the ability to reprogram and adopt an AI drone to accompany players on missions as well as new Sentinel enemies. Murray stated that each new update highlights new things for the team to work on, meaning its roadmap is never truly finished. Quote, I like to think that No Man's Sky is such a large game that we have to paint in broad brushstrokes, and then each update comes along and fills in some finer detail, but also paints more new broad strokes, he explained. That's certainly the case here. If you look at our Sentinel patch notes, you'll see an absolute ton of refinements, but also huge new features too. No Man's Sky will be released on Switch later this year and will contain all updates up to and including Sentinel. We'll leave it there. Smashing this, absolutely. Hello Games. Hello Games. Hello. That is how you do games. Nice. Yeah. It wasn't at first. Let's just throw that out there. We always touching it. Bit garbage. No, it wasn't garbage. It was badly sold, badly delivered.
Underwhelming.
Yeah. That very perfect word, underwhelming. Compared to what people expected, they were hugely underwhelmed. And then over time, they became whelmed. And now they're overwhelmed in positive 136 patches.
Outrageous.
19 major patches. Fucking, I can't think of another game that's had 19 major patches. 9 is pushing it. Yikes.
Yeah, you talk about games that have a redemption arc. It's the one that we always end up bringing up, but this now is, this should be your model for a live service game if this is the route that you're going down. Something that is just built upon and built upon and built upon until it's one major success.
Sorry, I just forgot we had the high camera.
I just caught it in the corner of my eye there. This is a raging success now. I genuinely thought we would have probably had a No Man's Sky 2 by now, but I think it makes more sense for them to just keep on plodding on with this one. You've got this game now coming out on Switch, which obviously hints to me that they won't be making a No Man's Sky anytime soon. It's not as if they just go, here's No Man's Sky 1, 2's on the way soon, get a taster of it. But this now just stinks to me that they're just going to continue supporting this until they no longer want to or no one's asked about it.
I mean, that's kind of what you want to see, though, isn't it? Like, Hello Games saying, there we go. We tend to not talk about what's on that bucket list. It doesn't say that there, but suffice to say, we're not done by a long shot. The fact that they have been doing stuff, the team's always coming up with new content, new ideas. They're changing their own roadmap as they go forward because they want it to evolve and realise, actually, do you know what? Going from A to B, or A to Z, should I say, is great, but we also want to add in numbers, numerical, 0 to 9 as well. So we don't just want to go to A to Z, but we're going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the way as well. So
5 years in the making, Graham.
Nice. GG's. That, beautiful people of the world of video games, is how you do video game stuff. None of this cyberpunk stuff that's a bit whelmed or underwhelmed. None of the Halo, which is releasing very, very well, super well received, just not enough of it. So yeah, don't release buggy and broken like No Man's Sky did. Do what No Man's Sky did and invest the time and effort as Bibby watches underwear adverts on his stream.
It's bizarre.
Let's watch Bibby getting some. Are you going to get some undies?
I don't know. Is it step on? Step one?
Do you know what? Actually,
boxes.
step away. You're not getting any free advertisement. If you want to be on the Scoop Step 1 boxes, then do feel free to reach out to us at sponsors@icecreamuploads.com. That's not really a thing, by the way, but
can be.
We'll have to set it up. Yeah, nice.
So wait for the iced coffee sponsors to come rolling through.
Yep. Someone, please. Chucky says, I adore No Man's Sky. Bought it at launch, and the difference since then is incredible. 19 major patches, all free too. Timeless says, while I'm not a fan of No Man's Sky, it's great to see games have such an awesome turnaround. I remember the backlash it got at launch. I mean, I wasn't going to mention it because we've mentioned it quite a few times, but the people that were angry about it at launch eventually bought a billboard that said thank you to the developers that was put up outside their office, and the money that was left over from the community cash drive, they bought them pizzas. Since when do people buy developers for the games that they play pizzas?
Mental.
Usually it's you're a dick, sort out matchmaking and all this, that and the other, not buy them pizzas. So yeah, nice. Johnny Five is live says, lol, was that when I went to the wrong camera when we came straight back? How you doing, Johnny? Thank you again for the sub yesterday, dude. I appreciate that. Nice. I mean, technically FIFA must have with its patches every year.
And there's a live service comment.
I mean, do you mean like what in terms of 19 patches per year? Because I mean, I suppose they do. I mean, would you call those major patches though?
I think they usually have 1 or 2, don't they? 1 or 2 major patches a year.
Yeah.
It was. Sorry for the caps.
It's all right, Johnny. Calm down. It's all right, love. They're comfy, but not very durable. FYI, not worth the money. What the undies?
Yeah,
See, the thing is,
step one.
Yeah, I've seen loads of them. I keep getting things popping up on Facebook, and it's like these boxes are made out of bamboo fibers. This, that, and the other. It's like bamboo fibers. Fucking bamboo is what.
Is that fire?
Not only that, but bamboo's what fucking holds up buildings in Japan. They have that as like actual like scaffolding. I only need it to hold my balls. How big do you think they are? I'm fucking walking around like I've got medicine balls down there. World's strongest man. God damn. Anyway, I mean, FIFA as a whole basically released an update, patch and change. Okay, I get you. Charge 50. Sorry, poor attempt at a joke. It's all right. We get it now. This is Twitch chat, you see. So it's never apologise for going for the joke. Demetor, welcome back, dude.
Hello.
Hi, Bamboo. Yeah, just as you joined, we're talking about getting Bamboo for help. Yeah, nice. Although I will finish that bit off. I have seen a bunch of those adverts, and for anyone that wears like tighty whitey sort of Calvins and things like that or whatever, they absolutely do. You sit there, you put your boxers on, and they're down at your knees. You sit down, do a bit of work, and then it's like whoop,
all the way up.
So the adverts do speak to me, but if Tito says they're crap, then not interested. You can buy other ball huggers elsewhere. All of the ball huggers are available from your local retailers. Nice. No comment, but have you seen that episode of South Park? Just saying, no. No. So over the years, must have added up to more than No Man's Sky. That's true. I have bamboo socks.
Oof.
Nice. As in, are they like what's the word I'm looking for? Like what? How does it work? Is the bamboo like elasticy? That's the word I was looking for. Is it elasticy? Does it breathe? Give me the details.
So much to unpack here.
Yeah, which is what she said. Okay, never mind. Moving ahead, we'll jump into our last.
So much closer than I thought it was. Yeah, I thought I just wanted to calmly place it. I just fucking knocked myself out. That was so much closer.
Someone clip that one, please. Someone clip that one so we can get that one put on hover with Bibby just kind of like going. But then there's the ultra zoom with the. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm not saying they're crap. It's like being caressed by a silk cloud, but they just don't last. I'd be worried of getting splinters in my nuts.
I mean, these are all fair comments.
Touche. Lotta says yes. Yes. Is splinters in the nuts, or is this for the getting it clipped with Bibby nut in the mic? They're just like normal socks, just so much more breathable. Like your feet don't get too hot.
That's so weird because I think it'd be the opposite.
Like they're not made of actual wood though.
No, it's a sweaty bamboo. It'd just be dead hard.
Just sit down in your shirt like a.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They sound like you're wearing high heels all the time.
You're running in football. Your thighs are like. You're right,
just don't walk in any laminate flooring.
I need me some anti-sweat socks. My feet hum. Okay, next time we do an event here, we'll make sure people keep shoes on.
Absolutely,
100%.
Yep.
Sorry, I'll just sorry, I accidentally spread it. No. I mean, they're expensive for what they are. You're a sweaty bamboo. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anyway, speaking of sweaty bamboos, I don't know how this is going to tediously link in, so we'll just pretend it does. Let's jump into the next news story. Nice. This is written by Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer, and it says streamers caught unawares by new Dead by Daylight killer's jump scare. Tagline: she's coming for you. Would you move in us then? Nice.
No, just give you the glare.
Get us over there.
Just give you a quick look. There's something else on the screen now as well.
Did you? Is it that?
Hey.
There we go. Up to speed. Nice. So Sadako, the new killer coming to Dead by Daylight, is scaring the crap out of players. Although the new chapter titled Sadako Rising and based on the cult Japanese horror Ringu, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, nice, isn't out until the 8th of March, some members of the Fog Whisperers are already playing as the iconic, well-loving killer. The Fog Whisperers are streamers selected as Dead by Daylight partners to support content in the game. They've been given early access to Sadako. It's not even during the matches that she's freaking players out, it's in the lobby. When choosing the killer and selecting perks, Sadako stands by her well until she doesn't. Let's just say streamers have been losing their shit. Okay, there she is. Oh look,
Terrifying.
There's the character.
Absolutely terrifying.
Does she like?
Have you not seen the video yet?
I have, but I can't remember where it's there underneath, and it's
yeah.
that there.
There's quite a few. They're fantastic. This gentleman down here. This. Hopefully you guys can hear that.
Just munching a sandwich.
Yeah.
As he's watching. She's behind you, mate. She's literally stood behind you.
Here we go, babes.
Get a bit closer.
What the fuck was that?
Go back to that bit. Go back to that bit again.
It's such a subtle scare. There was one. I think it's this one. Fantastic.
Oh,
I love stuff like that. Stuff that people didn't know that was going to happen. Like, nowhere would it have seen. Like, oh, in the patch notes, she's going to jump at the screen and stuff like that. They're literally just going.
we're early access to this. Let's.
But yeah, no, Dead by Daylight. We talk about Fortnite being the Funko Pops of battle royales. Dead by Daylight is absolutely that. They have literally taken every single horror genre and managed to cram it in, whether or not it be Resident Evil, whether or not it be Silent Hill. All of them have made appearances. Film, game, doesn't matter. They're in this. And
yeah, the Funko Pop of horror.
Yeah, it's just I've never played it, which is a shame really, because I think I'd really enjoy it. I've got You're a Dickhead in here for some reason, Bib. Oh, from Resident Evil.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah, it was right underneath the screen.
Nailed that. You're a dickhead.
That sounds like what Samantha
That's what I was going for. You're a dickhead. Yeah. And then Wallace and Gromit.
I think we're gonna have to play it.
Oh.
Find it on our hover.
Nice, you find it. I will go through the comments. My favourite horror film is the Japanese version of The Ring. I don't think I've seen the Japanese version.
They are so much creepier.
Yeah, it's like I remember like reading something about it 10, 15 years ago, and it was about the Japanese understanding that horror doesn't need to be something super gory. It could just be horror found in stuff that's so mundane and part of your real life, like eyes and hair, and that's why that whole thing came from. Because a lot of it is just eyes and hair.
Yeah.
And it's like and fingers, eyes, hair, and fingers.
It's just the way. Like, have you seen The Grudge as well? The Grudge where the girls are like dead creepy, and the way that she folds and folds like a spider. The way no. We talked about that kind of stuff this morning.
Spidge says, "Little girls equals scary." Yeah, exactly. And like even in non-scary situations, like Resident Evil, the first film with Michelle Rodriguez, not really scary. There's some jump scary stuff, or there was. The CGI is not very good if you watch it. Yeah. Oh. But when you hear "You're all going to die down here," this very well spoken Red Queen little English girl. It's like, yep, fuck that shit.
Don't need that.
Scooping food, my favourite. Yay, love you, Spidge. Talking about you last night, Spidge. Actually, sorry for calling you Spidge. Pidge.
Spidge.
I was talking about you last night. I can't remember the context. I think I was chatting to Lotus. I was talking about how you're okay at PUBG, and I was saying I was playing with Beans TV, and it was like it used to stream. It doesn't stream anymore, but he was jumping into PUBG for almost his first game, and it was back when the shotguns were starting to get buffed up a little bit, and I was like, shotguns are reasonable now. You can probably hold your own a little bit with shotguns right now, and then you just came flying over the top of a hill on Karakin and shotgun the shit out of both of us. Yeah, they're reasonable. And game over. Yeah. Oh,
we got it. We got it.
Okay. Wait for it.
Oh God!
You're a dickhead.
It'll never not make me laugh. That Wallace and Gromit.
How do you even make your mouth do that?
We both to this day have no idea. By the way, if any of you follow me on Twitter, go to my Twitter. It's that picture is actually my header banner. It's absolutely glorious.
There you go. We've got Babinho. Check out his header banner. You'll see the the Wallace and Gromit shape. Oh, nice.
Good stuff.
There needs to be a film with a little clown girl. Nope.
No. We had that with it.
Unsubscribe. Nope.
Yeah, don't need that.
Another underrated horror Spanish film, Wreck.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that one.
They are brilliant. I think there's two of them, but it got brought over to the US, and I think it was called Quarantine. Quarantine 1 and 2. They are the carbon copies of each other. One's Spanish and one's obviously American, but they are both the same both the same film.
Ah.
Absolutely fantastic. Like,
Never even heard of it.
me and Samantha watched them numerous times. So good. It basically in an old apartment building, and shit starts to go on. It's fantastic.
So the Spanish version, is that like Spanish subtitled, audio
so
dubbed? And stuff?
I didn't watch it. I hate watching stuff dubbed. It's
See,
really.
I don't mind. I'd rather watch something dubbed than have it with subtitles because who was it? I think it was like Maverick. From Maverick Wolves said something like, give me dubbed any day because I don't want to read a book. It's like,
I mean, that is fair, but it ruins it for like Squid Game. Obviously, everyone was going wild for that. Watched it, and I think the lead guy, I can't remember what it's called, but his mum, that was dubbed, and it sounded like some 21-year-old American girl, and she was like 90. Like, it just kind of takes you away from it. But
you need to sound like this, love.
So yeah, it's watch them both. They're brilliant.
Spidge with a deagle is more than okay. It's all right then. Not okay. It's all right. Fine. God, my bad. It was your bad. Honestly, yeah. Shotguns are after. Never mind. Okay, they're okay. They're pretty good. I was there for that. Oh, was you in that game? Ah, you big. Or was you in the stream? I can't remember which one. Best clip ever. Great film. Yep, that's the one. Squid Game's dubbing was wank. Yeah, the actual changing of the words and stuff. Like so not only the dubbing, the subtitles were like bad as well, or something like that. So like a lot of the meaning was lost and stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to read it, so the meaning was never there for me. So it's a documentary crew following a fire crew on a night shift. They attend an apartment building and shit goes sideways.
That's wreck. It honestly, if you've none of you have ever seen it, go and watch it. It's terrifyingly great.
Never even heard of it. Let alone seen it. Anyway, if you missed it, we weren't just talking about Wreck. We were talking about the fact that streamers are getting killed. Ish. Not quite. But Dead by Daylight is definitely taking a few years off their life with their new jump screen menus. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I think it was Demator who was in the chat a little bit earlier on. He's got bamboo socks, which is good. But he also was chatting to me last night, and I think he said he streamed Dead by Daylight. Are you going to be playing this? If you are here, Demator, what do you think? Does it look decent to you?
Wasn't it free?
What, Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, was it free on PlayStation?
I think it was.
Or was that Friday the 13th?
Oh, maybe it was Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th definitely was. Yeah. I was thinking it was free with the idea that they make their money back through the add-ons.
Yeah, like Saw and stuff like that. Yeah, because I do really want to play it. I burped, by the way, and that fucking stinks. I was laughing before because it came out, I burped out my nose. I was pissing myself because obviously you have to breathe, and I'm trying not to breathe through my mouth on the microphone, so I sniffed it right back up again. This has been a terrible show, by the way. Like, does anyone want sponsorship? Does anyone want to sponsor this? It needs funding somewhere because it's going to get taken down otherwise.
So what did you talk about in the scoop today? Well, there's a couple of stories. I mean, Halo's new mode, Baby burped, snorted out of his nose, and then snuffed it back up again. Yeah, fun times. Do bamboo socks crunch when you walk, says Lotus. Only if you haven't washed them for a while, says Tito. Dead by Daylight was one of the free game Friday deals a few months back.
I was thinking more on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's definitely it's probably been free on PC a few times.
I watched Precision and Show play it quite a few times, and it definitely does look like a good community game that you could play. Like, I'd be terrible at it, but
yep, same. Tell you what, we're not terrible at finishing things though. We are going to disappear now. Thank you everyone that has dropped in through the stream. I've just seen that we've just got a new follower alert pop up on the screen. I'm not sure who that was. See if I can bring up the
Instinct the Rocks.
Nice.
Instinct.
Instinct
through.
There you go.
We got it.
Nailed it. Nice. Thank you very much for the follow, and everyone else that has been dropping follows. No chatbot again.
No, it didn't work on this last time, did it?
Got it logged in though.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
I don't know.
I don't know why. It's
maybe,
something I'll have to look at again.
Let me. Maybe the Game Pass one was added afterwards. Let me just do socials. Nope, it's not having it. Don't want it. So yeah, no chatbot. Sorry. But yeah, we are going to disappear. Do feel free to join us again tomorrow. We'll go live at 10 a.m.-ish tomorrow. It's probably not going to be 2 p.m. tomorrow, but you never know. We do go live at 10 a.m.-ish each and every single weekday on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. We are live for about an hour, bringing you the biggest, the best, the breaking stories of the world of video games, as we have just done today. Tomorrow will be the last show of the week. We'll then also have some weekend content with PUBG and Skyrim. Are we on for?
I've put Skyrim down, yes. I mean, I haven't necessarily booted it up, so we could see. I might try that tonight. But yeah, it's on the cards. If not, I'll just play ESO. There will be some Elder Scrolls action this weekend, regardless of what game it is.
Nice. So yeah, do feel free to join us tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. We do bring you content 7 days a week, usually, unless things change, and that's possible. So yeah, all of the content, which is not bad for a part-time channel. We'll take that.
Absolutely.
We'll take that. Before we do disappear, though, is there anything else, Mr. Bibb?
Yes, thank you very much, Graham. 4 shows down. I mean, can you even call today's show a show?
I spat coffee all over the top of my cup, and you backwashed your own burps.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, so probably not. But tomorrow's show hopefully will be a little bit better. So if you want to help shape that final show, there's 2 ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms. Or alternatively, find us on our Discord. Usually the links would be in the chat, but they're not. Go into any of our social medias. The Discord links will be there for you. But all we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and impressions. Ooh, thank you. Our thoughts and impressions on the very next show. And it's like I was waiting for a sneeze.
It's like the Rock sort of moment. Finally.
There's the links and the URLs. And we'll give you our thoughts and opinions on the very next show, which will be at what time tomorrow, Mr. Graham Day?
Well, that will be at 10 a.m.
Maybe.
Ish. As mentioned, we do work in the video games industry. The work stuff comes first. We fit in the scoops and the streams around that. That's why it's 10 a.m. ish. But it's okay, because we've designed you an animated emote to box that off, just in case you didn't know. Nice. We are going to disappear. We will see if there's someone else to raid, so do stick around as we drop some love onto one of our friends. But have yourselves a fantastic day, a wonderful evening, and we'll see you at 10 a.m. ish tomorrow. Until then,
stay frosty.